right, you guys ready for stories? Yay! Okay. I have lots of good stories today.
How many?
No, I don't have Christmas stories today. Maybe another time. Maybe at story time on Thursday I'll have some Christmas stories. But I have Moon Bear's Shadow. And by the same author, Happy Birthday, Moon.
Well, we know that.
I have a guessing story called Guess What I'll Be. The Terrible Plop. Little Louie the Baby Bloomer. And a really, really cold story called The Mitten, because today is such a freezing cold day. Okay? And I'll save that for last. I think we will do... No, we're not going to sing. Today we're going to tell stories. The Terrible Plop. Do you know what the plop is?
A bear.
Guess what? We'll have to read it to find out.
Bear. It's an apple.
We'll see.
Apple or bear. I saw it.
6 little rabbits down by the lake, munching on carrots and chocolate cake.
Chocolate is my favorite.
Next to the lake, in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Soft is the wind, and the tree bends low. The round red apple is all aglow. Suddenly comes a terrible plop. Up jump the rabbits. Hop, hop, hop. They shout to each other, "Run, don't stop. We must get away from the terrible plop."
Apple.
They don't know. "Wait, little rabbits," calls the fox as they pass. "Where are you hopping to so very fast?" But the rabbits cry back, "We cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible plop." The terrible plop thinks the rabbit in fear. Maybe I'd better get out of here. "Goodbye, friend monkey. I cannot stop. I must get away from the terrible plop." He runs with the rabbits, the monkeys and the cat, the pig and the elephant, the tiger and the bat. Soon all the animals, one by one, out of the forest they come at a run. Out comes the leopard, out comes the goose, out comes the antelope, out comes the moose. They do not stay,
And the elephant.
they do not stop. They run, run, run from the terrible plop. At last they come to the big brown bear, sunning himself in a folding chair. "What's this?" says the big brown bear with a frown. "Why are you running? Stop! Slow down." "No, no, brown bear, we cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible plop." "The terrible plop? What do I care about a silly old plop?" yawns that big brown bear. "Oh no, brown bear," they cry, "you're wrong. The plop is fierce. The plop is strong. It's coming to get us. It's coming, you'll see." "What? What?" growls the brown bear. "Stronger than me?" And he grabs with his paw at the one coming last, the littlest rabbit who's not very fast. The littlest rabbit with the littlest hop, but the greatest fear of the terrible plop. "Now, little rabbits, you show me where. Where is the place of the plop?" snarls that big brown bear. "Oh, please, Big Bear, don't make me go. I'm very afraid of the plop, you know." "Afraid of the plop? You show me where, or I'll eat you up." roared that big brown bear. Poor little rabbit, blink, blink, blink. Poor little rabbit, think, think, think. I'm afraid of the plop. I'm afraid of the bear. But the bear is here, and the plop is there. Brave little rabbit, hop, 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 back to the lake and the terrible plop. Big brown bear slowly comes to a stop. So where, says the bear, is this terrible plop? The sun is soft, the water is still, an evening wind rolls down from the hill. Tall and dark stands the big brown bear, dark and strong, with his nose in the air. Next to the lake, in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Suddenly comes a terrible plop. But this time, the rabbit does not hop. The wind rolls down from the top of the hill, but this time the littlest rabbit sits still and turns to speak to the big brown bear. But the big brown bear is not there. The rabbit calls out to the big brown bear, "Where are you going, bear? Oh, where?" The bear cries back, "I cannot stop. Quick, it's coming. It's coming, the terrible plop." Look at Bear. And that's the end. What's Bear afraid of? The apple. Isn't that silly?
Yeah, he said he wasn't afraid, but he is.
He is. Were any of you afraid of the terrible plop?
No.
You
I knew it was just the apple.
You knew it was just an apple, but the animals didn't know, did they? And look at Bear, how frightened he is. He thought he was so brave. And that's it. Do we like that story?
Yeah.
I like that story a lot. I think it's a funny story. So cool. Okay. Little Louie, the baby bloomer.
He cannot talk.
Really? Let's see what he can do. Maybe he's just a baby, is he?
Yeah.
Leo's little brother Louie couldn't do anything right. Poor Louie. He couldn't throw a ball. Look how he threw it.
It bounced on his head.
He couldn't pull a wagon. Look, where is the wagon on top of him? He couldn't rattle his rattle. Look, it hit him in the head. And he was the messiest eater. Look at him. He has spaghetti all over him. And he never said a word. Every day, Leo played with his friends. And every day, he tried to play with little Louie, too. "What's the matter with little Louie?" asked Plover. "Why can't he throw a ball?" asked Elephant. "Why can't he pull a wagon?" said Crocodile. "Why can't he rattle his rattles?" asked Snake. "And he can't talk either," said Leo. Leo was worried. "Why won't little Louie play with me?" he asked. "Little Louie will play with you in his own good time," said Leo's father. "And in his own good way," said Leo's mother. "He's a late bloomer, just like you." So Leo stopped trying to play with little Louie, and he decided to teach Louie instead. Every day he showed him how to throw a ball, and every night he showed him how to pull a wagon. And he showed Louie how to rattle his rattle, and he tried to teach him how to say his name. L-E plus O equals Leo. 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 Leo decided not to teach little Louie how to eat. I think it was a little too messy. Are you sure little Louie is a bloomer? Leo asked his parents. Patience, said his mother. A watched bloomer doesn't bloom, said his father. Then one day, Leo got it. Little Louie had bloomed already. He could throw, he could pull, he could rattle, he could even eat neatly. He just did it in all his own good way. The next time Leo's friends came over, Leo said, "Little Louie made it, just like you," said Plover. "A late bloomer," said Crocodile. "A baby bloomer," Leo said. Except he still doesn't talk. And guess what? "Leo," said little Louie. And that's the end. So he does talk now, right?
Yeah.
He was a late bloomer. All right. That's story number 2. Okay. How about a little guessing game?
Yeah. This one is hard.
This is very hard. You know all the books, don't you? Okay, this is called Guess What I'll Be.
Maybe he could be a frog. Yeah. Yeah,
A frog? I didn't even ask the question yet. Okay, what will I be? Now look, this is me. I'm called a tadpole.
He could be a frog.
One day I'm going to have 4 wobbly feet, big bulging eyes, and I'm going to eat beetles, flies, and worms. What will I be?
A frog.
So you think this little tadpole is going to turn into a frog?
Yeah.
Are you right? I'll be a frog. And you know what he says? I can't wait till I grow some legs. Frogs live on the land and in the water. Okay. What will I be? This is me, and I'm called a chick. One day I'll have 2 long, skinny pink legs,
I know he could be a frog.
bright pink feathers, and a very large beak. What am I going to be? I'll be a flamingo. You guys are right. And guess what his favorite color is? Pink. Flamingos turn pink because they eat so many pink prawns. Good guessing, you guys. What will I be? This is me. I'm called a caterpillar. Right.
He could be a butterfly. Butterfly.
One day you think a butterfly has long, wavy feelers called antennae? Do they have big, colorful wings like this?
Yeah.
And do they fly from flower to flower?
Yeah.
I hope you're right. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to hope it's a butterfly, but I don't know.
Butterfly.
I'll be a butterfly. You know what the caterpillar says? Flying looks like so much fun. Did you know, though, that butterflies get their food called nectar from flowers?
Yeah.
Did you ever see butterflies on the flowers?
No, but one day I saw butterflies.
Yeah, I see monarch butterflies again. All right. What will I be? This is me. I'm called a calf. One day I'm going to have 2 long tusks. I'll swim in the sea, and I'm going to have this wrinkly brown skin. What is it? I'll be a walrus. You guys are so smart. Walruses live in large groups called herds. Oh, this is a hard one. What will I be? This is me. I'm called a grub. One day I'll have 6 busy legs, a stripy body, and I'll make honey.
Bee.
I'll close my eyes. I don't think it's a bee.
Yeah. Bee.
I'll be a honeybee. You guys are so smart. And you know what he says? Yum, I love honey. And bees make honey to feed their babies.
Yeah.
Now we're all mixed up. Can you remember what we'll grow up to be? What does a caterpillar grow up to be?
Butterfly.
How about this little chick?
Flamingo.
How about the grub?
Bee.
The calf?
Walrus.
And this little bitty tadpole is going to be a... You guys did an excellent job at that story. I thought I was going to fool you, but I can never fool you. How come?
Because we're smart.
You are. You're very smart. All right. Now, this book is called Happy Birthday Moon. Does anybody have a birthday in December? I do. Who? Who has a December birthday? Raise your hand if you... What's your birthday? December what? I think I'm the only one that has a December birthday.
No.
Anyway, this book is called Happy Birthday Moon. So we're going to see, the moon's going to have a birthday. Hers is in December? December what? Pretty soon. It's going to be on Friday. All right. Okay. All right, we're ready for the birthday story? All right. One night, Bear looked up in the sky and he thought, wouldn't it be nice to give the moon a birthday present? He wants to give him a birthday present. But Bear didn't know when the moon's birthday was or what to get him. So he climbed a tall tree to have a little chat with the moon. Hello, moon, he shouted. But the moon did not reply. Maybe I'm too far away, thought Bear. Maybe the moon can't hear me.
No.
So look what he's going to do.
A boat.
He paddled across the river and he hiked through the forest and he went into the mountains. See how he's on that big tall mountain? He's closer to the moon, right? Now I'm much closer to the moon, thought Bear. And again he shouted, hello! This time his own voice echoed off one of the other mountains. Hello! Bear got very excited. Oh boy, he thought, I'm talking to the moon. Tell me, asked Bear, when is your birthday? Tell me, when is your birthday? Replied the moon. Well, it just so happens my birthday is tomorrow, said Bear. Well, it just so happens my birthday is tomorrow, said the moon. What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday? Bear thought for a moment, and he replied, I would like a hat. I would like a hat, said the moon. Oh, goody, thought Bear. Now I know what to get the moon for his birthday. Goodbye, said Bear. Goodbye, said Moon. When Bear got home, he dumped all of his money out of his piggy bank.
Wow.
Then he went downtown and he bought the moon a beautiful hat.
A magician hat.
Yeah. That night, he put the hat up in a tree where the moon could find it. Then he waited and watched while the moon slowly crept up through the branches and tried on the hat. See the hat on the moon? How does it fit? Hooray, yelled Bear. It fits just right. During the night, while Bear slept, the hat fell out of the tree. In the morning, Bear found the hat on his doorstep. "So the moon got me a hat too," exclaimed Bear. He tried it on, and it fit perfectly. But just then, the wind blew Bear's hat off his head. He chased after it, but the hat got away. That night, Bear paddled across the river, and he hiked through the forest to talk to the moon. For a long time, the moon would not speak to him, so Bear spoke first. "Hello," he shouted. "Hello," replied the moon. "I lost the beautiful hat you gave me. I lost the beautiful hat you gave me." "That's okay. I still love you." "That's okay. I still love you," said the moon. "Happy birthday," said Bear. "Happy birthday," said the moon. And that's Bear. You thought that was silly? That was funny? Was the moon really talking to him? No, it was an echo, right? Yes, it was an echo. Okay, I have 2 more stories, but not enough time for 2. So, I don't know. I think we should do the mitten. This might be a little bit long. Which one? This one? All right. All right, you ready? This is by the same author, and since you liked this story so much, we should probably go with it. So it's called Moon Bear's Shadow. You never read this one before? Do you know this? Do you know this one? You don't? This is the first one you don't know. Okay. Who's ready? One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. Yeah. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and he saw a big fish. "I'm going to catch that fish," thought Bear to himself. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. "Go away, Shadow," cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. "Okay," said Bear, "if you won't go on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you." And he put down his fishing pole and he began to run. He ran around the pond, and when he got to the other side, he kept on running. He ran through the field of flowers, he jumped over the brook, and he hid behind a tree. "Good," thought Bear. "Now Shadow can't find me." But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was Shadow. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and he looked up. "I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me," thought Bear. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself up to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride. Then he looked down again and saw Shadow. Now Bear was very annoyed, so he went home and he got a hammer and some nails to nail his shadow right to the ground. He hammered and hammered and hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. Look at all the nails he hammered into the ground. "If I can't nail him down," thought Bear, "maybe I can bury him. What do you think?" So he got his shovel and he dug a hole. And when the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall into the hole. Then Bear filled the hole with dirt. When he was finished, it was almost noon. The sun was high in the sky, and Shadow was nowhere to be seen. At last, sighed Bear. No more Shadow. Look, it's gone, right? But now Bear was very tired, so he went inside and he took a little nap. While he slept, time passed, and the sun once again cast shadows everywhere. See nothing here, and then you see a little shadow, then a bigger shadow, and then a really big shadow. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw his shadow on the floor. Not you again, exclaimed Bear, and he slammed the door, hoping to lock Shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick for him.
Because shadows can't get stopped.
Sighed Bear. How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head if this is a deal. When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. So Bear went back to the pond and once again threw his line in the water. By this time, the sun was in a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. See, his shadow now is not in front of him anymore. And when Bear caught that big fish, Shadow caught one too. And that's the end. You glad we read that one? Yeah. Okay. Now, do we want to sing a little song for everybody at home to see? Yeah. Do we want to turn around?
Yeah, look at me.
And look at Miss Erica?
Hi. Did you forget what I look like? No. Maybe. Yeah. Well, here I am.
Okay, so we know what we want to sing, right? Look at Evelyn.
Ready? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yay! Good job, you guys.